2020 has been undoubtedly an unprecedented year with respect to the pandemic. And the first wave, it was a shock to everybody. And now that the second wave is coming around, people are really coming unglued and depressed and having some anxieties around it. Today's Twin Talks, we're going to talk about strategies that we can use to get through the pandemic. So what do you think, Nikki?
I would say that introverts are probably doing a little bit better than extroverted people right now, just by the nature of what an introvert is and what an extrovert is. I would say for extroverts, the biggest thing for you guys is that you seek energy from outside of yourself, and you love being around people. So for you guys, the strategies are to try and get yourself on a flexible schedule, and make sure that in the course of a day that you are either talking with one or more people through Zoom, or if you're meeting, you're meeting within the parameters of the rules, right? So you might go for a walk, but a really distant walk, but you try and stay in touch with one person a day every day. But also think that with extroverts, you want to exercise, you want to get out and do things, and make sure that you're on purpose so that you feel like you're accomplishing things.
True. I think that, as Nikki said, introverts, they like to be quiet. I'm introverted, and I have a little bit of extrovert in me.
Yeah.
But the first time around, when the pandemic first started back in March, I was absolutely coming unglued. I just was not used to having so much downtime. It was too much for the introvert. But my extrovert side was, I was going, I need the people. So what I did was I said, okay, what can I do that's a little bit different? So I FaceTimed, you plan virtual paint nights. I had a girls' night out, but at my house, so I planned it through a Google Meet with my wine. Do things like that. I mean, you got to think outside of the box to keep it real. This is the second wave now, so start thinking about what will make you happy during the darker months and the colder months. Maybe cross-country ski with maybe one or two people outside, or maybe downhill ski, or do things just within the parameters, and just to make sure that you're still in conversation.
Yeah, I think the hardest part for people is if you were not already into outdoor things, this is the time to maybe try and get into the outdoor things. And if you're really not into the outdoor things, then maybe you could try, most people have watched Netflix to death and they've read a few books, but maybe take some online courses. I know that if you're one of those people who doesn't mind having a little structure, they have some free online courses at Harvard and all those universities. Some of them are free too.
Yeah,
so it's just something to do, to challenge yourself and to get yourself going and feeling like you're on purpose.
The other thing is, there's a lot of people who like music. You can go online and check out how to play an instrument on YouTube, or you can learn arts and crafts and do things that you might not have had the time to do, but you have the time to do now. Did that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a tongue twister. But those are some strategies just to keep it real, so you won't go nuts by yourself.
I think the key is a flexible schedule with one or two things to do a day.
Outside,
so you don't feel
inside
and out, and make sure you're either talking like FaceTiming or Google Meeting, or talking on the phone, old school, with people.
Or texting, or throw a party.
Yeah,
through
virtually.
Google Meet or Zoom. So I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoyed our show today.
Like us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time on Twin Talks.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.